What they've done with the globe is really incredible. Walking in there, it's too much to take in. It's the deepest part of humanity, being in that globe.
The way that backdrop was painted, the way the backstage looked, it all just felt incredibly authentic and unique.
We talked from the beginning, we wanted the film to feel graphic. You notice so much is straight on and everything is designed with symmetry, with the understanding that it's going to be almost like a backdrop of a stage. All the world is a stage.
The design team have created the most extraordinary globe, which feels utterly real. It's an absolutely incredible piece of design work.
It's 3/4 the size of the real globe, and we built the whole ground floor and one upper level. It was literally a work of art. The design team painted these incredible backdrops, imported old wood from France.
They spent weeks and weeks trying to find the right colour oak and creating the whole theatre. So that's been an incredible journey, watching them piece this together.
The danger with a film like this is that you're playing to the constraints of the reality of the time. The world feels authentic, but it also feels incredibly artistic.
You're just completely transported to another time in another place. And when you have 300 SAs around you, all looking unbelievable in their makeup and costume, you forget where you are.
I think when you see the shots of the globe audience, it's just such a range of humanity.
They were made up in period costume, and their hair and their complexion, and every single face told a story.
The makeup department created the most beautiful imperfections. There's a lot of human realness and constantly making sure the world feels authentic.
At the Globe, the team has both worlds to play with. We have mostly lower classes and middle classes in the lower levels, and then in the gallery, we have affluent people. It's a nice combo of all the looks. Everyone is learning the period, you know, not everyone has done this before. I had to learn the vocabulary of fashion from the era. Both the techniques and the shapes help you tell the story.
With the costumes, there's a real lived-in quality to it.
It's all kind of broken down. The difficulty and the pain that these characters live through, we see that in the costume design.
It was our goal to not create clothes that would be in the way of the story. These are shapes that are a little bit unusual to our eye right now, so it is a little bit stripped.
Malgosia is a beautifully emotional costume designer. Every conversation that I had with Malgosia, it was all about the weight of the atmosphere, the feeling, the mood. It's like the whole film has been painted with feelings.
She just has something magical about her. You really feel the emotions coming out of those costumes.
This is the first outfit that we see Agnes in when Will sees her for the first time. This bodice, which is actually made of a tree, this is bark cloth. And if you go closer, you can see the fibers of the tree. This is like a literal plant. And then we've added some little scars and some little fixes. There's repairs, there's like constant life. There's nothing really straight about it. Everything is kind of warped.
There's a whole journey of stitching. These holes that have been sewn up because Agnes, she's learned to kind of sew her heart up a little bit.
Don't get too close.
And color-wise, is almost like an open wound.
She is that red beating heart that came out of the forest.
A little bit of blood, a little bit of sun. You can feel life from her. It's very vibrant. Richard, our agent and dyer, had a palette of natural dyes that he was playing with. And the amount of like acid yellows and greens and these weird pinks that came out of the plants that he was using, it was just so amazing.
You'll stop us near cold. Boys!
We wanted Will to feel like some sort of an animal, this trapped, caged dog who had this like creative impulse to like escape. And we wanted him to feel animalistic and quite masculine in his body and not really in his head.
He doesn't feel safe to feel anything, so he's stuck.
Several of his pieces are dyed with the natural dye with the iron oak gall ink, which is this beautiful gray color. We added a little bit of green to him, so there's a little bit of a freshness and a little bit of hope, and then gradually that just goes away. The whole crew, and we aligned so beautifully. We work kind of as one organism and we feel as one organism, which is incredibly special. And the fact that Łukasz was imagining the colors that I was putting in front of him, and it's just been great.
3, 2, 1, action.
Łukasz is a genius. I've been a long admirer of his work. He's in total service of the film, and the collaboration him and Chloe have is such a beautiful thing to look at. Any little bits I've seen on the monitor, I've just been kind of blown away by the way he is framing these characters in this world.
He's just the most incredible cinematographer. He's not wanting to do anything flashy. He just cares about the truth. It makes everybody come into this human experience.
We're shooting with candles, not so perfect, which I like. It has like a really beautiful quality. I really like when things look real.
The common ground between him and Chloe is that they find the language of the film, and it's not always known up front. The language of the film is found. I think you need a DOP who's willing to adapt and mold and then bring what he thinks to the table, and Lucas is one of those characters.
He's like a pioneer, you know. He likes to discover, sniff around, and set him loose, and then he'll just find things. Yeah, well, it's kind of like this. Yeah. Okay, very good.
We are standing in the back garden of the Henley Street house, the set build at Elstree Studios. It's the home of William Shakespeare. It's Tudor architecture. It's accurate to the period. We wanted it to feel grounded and real, so we looked at a bunch of different houses and I cherry-picked the details that I wanted architecturally. The whole thing with this house is this sense of oppression, that you always feel the weight of the building on top of the characters, and particularly Will, but also always have a sense of life, like family and people moving around. This house has loads of occupants.
I cannot believe what Fiona and Alice have created in this house. There's even a smell, you know? There's a smell to this set. There's so much detail. It's like it has been lived in for 1,000 years. It's so amazing.
The sets have been incredible. I mean, the details. My workshop was just incredible. The only thing it was missing was a poster that says, "Warning, may start talking about gloves."
Stitches need to be smaller. Useless.
We're in the glove making workshop. You could smell the leather and the wax and the lead that's in here. Having an actual workshop means that's a really nice opportunity to have lots of dressing. There's a lot of violent objects in here. We went to Paris to find all the vintage tools.
We've molded it to help support the story. There's an artistry and also like the kind of atmospheric weight. I sort of love it. The Henley Street kitchen, in many ways, it's like the kind of working heart of the house. There's always activity. There's laundry, or there's this, or there's like, you know, we've got sprouting beans over there, like things they've collected, they're preserving, they're drying. So loads of texture in this room with a huge fireplace, which is so accurate to the architecture of the time.
Agnes, what's happened?
The Henley Street dining room. This is the room where the guests would come, where we have celebratory dinners. We did these beautiful painted panels in here. I really love the idea that there was a sort of a sense of once this house had money and now it's tired.
Every piece that's on the windows was handmade. Even the bars that are across the windows, everything was made bespoke to make it feel like the period.
There's a lot of story in here as well. We have birth in this room and we have death in this room. Scars from the violence in the staircase, and then there's damp. There's a flood in the film. So yeah, there's a lot of layering in this house and in this room. Every wall finish on this is layers. Like it's layers of distemper and it's being worked back. There's a lot of hours in this house.
The world building is incredible. The actors constantly say, we see it, we can touch it.
The meticulous detail across all departments elevates the film massively.